Palmer, Delap and Lavia. Early Chelsea injury news as stars near return. Chelsea supporters have grown used to living with a long injury list over the past few seasons. Whether it was under Thomas Tuchel, Graham Potter, Frank Lampard, Mauricio Pochettino, or now Enzo Maresca, the West London Giants have battled constant setbacks to key players. But the early signs this season carry more optimism. 3 important names, Cole Palmer, Liam Delap and Romeo Lavia, are all close to making their returns, sparking renewed hope that Chelsea's squad depth will soon look far healthier. This is not just about 3 players recovering from setbacks. It is about what their return represents. Balance in midfield, attacking depth, and creative spark. Chelsea's young squad has already shown flashes of potential, and with these players stepping back on the training ground, the mood in Cobham is shifting from concern to excitement. Cole Palmer, the creative engine. Chelsea cannot afford to miss. When Cole Palmer signed from Manchester City, some fans saw him as a squad addition, a player for the future. Within months, however, he became the heartbeat of Chelsea's attack. His calmness on the ball, his ice-cold finishing, and his leadership in pressure moments have made him a fan favourite. Palmer's injury earlier this season was therefore a huge blow. Without him, Chelsea lacked a consistent creative force. Matches became more predictable, with the Blues often struggling to break down defensive teams. Palmer is not just a winger, he is a playmaker, a penalty taker, and a leader on the pitch despite his young age. The good news is that Palmer is already back in light training. Medical staff at Cobham have confirmed that his recovery is ahead of schedule. If all goes well, he could be available for selection within the next couple of weeks. That is massive news for Maresca, who has been desperate for more attacking solutions. Fans can expect Palmer to slot straight back into the starting 11 once fully fit. His link-up with Nicholas Jackson, Christopher Nkunku and Raheem Sterling remains a big weapon. Chelsea's attack without Palmer often lacks fluency, but with him, there is a rhythm, almost as if the pieces fall into place. Liam Delap, the surprise package. Waiting for his moment. Among Chelsea's summer business, the signing of Liam Delap was one that raised eyebrows. Known for his physicality and aggressive style, Delap arrived from Manchester City with a point to prove. Injuries have slowed down his progress, but within the club, there is belief that Delap could offer something different to the attack. While Jackson and Nkunku are mobile forwards, Delap is more direct, more physical, and thrives on bullying defenders. Chelsea have lacked that profile of striker since the days of Diego Costa. The comparison may feel unfair for a young player, but Delap himself has spoken about modelling his game on powerful number 9s. His injury kept him sidelined, just as he was starting to impress in training. But early updates now confirm that Delap has returned to the grass and should be back in full training soon. For Maresca, this is a blessing. Another striker option, another dimension to his tactical plan. Imagine a late-game situation where Chelsea need a goal. Having Delap as an option on the bench changes everything. It gives the team directness, an aerial threat, and unpredictability. While he may not immediately become first choice, his return is crucial for squad balance. Romeo Lavia, the midfield anchor Chelsea have missed. If Chelsea fans have learned anything over the past year, it is that Romeo Lavia's injury story has been one of pure frustration. Signed from Southampton in a high-profile deal, Lavia was expected to anchor Chelsea's midfield for years to come. His calm passing, press resistance, and defensive intelligence made him one of the most exciting young midfielders in the Premier League. And yet, fans have barely seen him in blue. Injuries have haunted his early Chelsea career. Every time it seemed he was close, another setback arrived. Many supporters began to fear that Lavia's Chelsea story would never truly start. Now, however, optimism is returning. Medical reports indicate that Lavia is recovering strongly. For the first time in months, there is no mention of complications. Training staff are easing him back step by step, with hopes that he could be available in the near future. His return is more than symbolic. It could transform Chelsea's midfield. While Moises Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez are highly talented, they have often lacked balance without a natural number 6 sitting behind them. Lavia provides that anchor, allowing both Caicedo and Enzo to play with more freedom. In tactical terms, it could unlock the best version of Chelsea's midfield. Enzo Maresca's big boost. For manager, Enzo Maresca, the return of Palmer, Delap and Lavia is like receiving 3 new signings at once. Chelsea's schedule is unforgiving, with Premier League battles, domestic cups and the pressure to push back toward the Champions League places. A squad already stretched thin by injuries desperately needs reinforcements. Maresca has been vocal about the importance of patience with injuries. He does not want to rush players back and risk re-injury. The philosophy at Cobham has been clear: gradual progress, consistent monitoring, and long-term protection. The same approach that worked with Reece James and Christopher Nkunku is being applied here. But now, as all 3 edge closer to availability, Maresca has tactical flexibility he lacked earlier in the season. Palmer gives creativity, Delap adds physicality, and Lavia restores midfield balance. That variety is essential for a coach who values control and structure. What this means for Chelsea's season. The Premier League table is always unforgiving. Chelsea, despite their investments, cannot afford another season of mid-table disappointment. To challenge for Europe, they need consistency, goals, and control. Palmer, Delap, and Lavia represent all 3. Palmer equals goals plus assists plus composure in big games. Delap equals physical striker option plus tactical flexibility. Lavia equals midfield anchor plus defensive stability. Together, their return could spark a turning point. The January and February period is often where campaigns are defined. With these players back, Chelsea's chances of climbing the table improve dramatically. The fans' perspective. Chelsea supporters have been patient but restless. Every match without Palmer feels like a creative struggle. Every midfield battle without Lavia feels unbalanced. And every missed chance reminds fans that a different kind of striker could help. The news that all 3 are close to returning has therefore been met with excitement across social media. From chants at Stamford Bridge to online discussions, the fan base is buzzing. There is a sense of what if? What if Palmer had not been injured? What if Lavia had been available from the start? What if Delap had already been in the squad rotation? Soon, these questions may have answers. Conclusion. Light at the end of the tunnel. Injuries have been Chelsea's biggest enemy for years. No manager, no matter how talented, can build consistency with half a squad in the treatment room. Yet the early news surrounding Cole Palmer, Liam Delap and Romeo Lavia finally offers optimism. Palmer, the creative star; Delap, the powerful striker; Lavia, the midfield anchor. 3 different profiles, 3 different solutions, 1 shared goal to help Chelsea rise again. Their return does not guarantee success, but it gives Chelsea weapons they have desperately missed. For Enzo Maresca, it is the start of having a full squad at his disposal. For the fans, it is hope. And at Chelsea Football Club, hope is often the beginning of something big.